Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. How are we all doing? Hey, Faisal. Subscribed for a whole year. Oh my god, that's crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your support. I can't believe it's 12 months. Well, I mean, officially on the 31st. 1 year, baby. Hey, Jamie. Also, subscribe for 12 months. This is crazy. This is crazy. Been sat at my desk doing this for a whole year and done all of this that's below and games and stuff. But how you doing, Jamie? How was your birthday at the weekend? What did you do? Tell me that you did something fun, or do I need to whisper because you're still suffering? Let me know. Do I need to bring it down a notch? Let me know. Right. I have got I have got graphite powder. So I'm going to fill in the rest of my elephant with graphite powder. I did do a little test at the weekend and it wasn't too bad. So you have to apply it with a brush. I'm just going to do that. It's just going to save on time. But is my year anniversary is the 31st, you said though, isn't it? So I'm gonna go with that as the official sort of like year. I'll tell you what I haven't done. I haven't actually brought up my my picture. Really ought to bring up the picture so I can see what I'm actually copying from. See, a little goes a long way with this, so that's quite good. And look at how much time it's saving me. Hey Liz, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been looking forward to using this charcoal powder. Sorry, graphite powder. I'm sure there's a difference. do. I forget how much this cost. It wasn't much, and I ended up getting it from Amazon because Hobbycraft didn't have it. So it's just good at putting down that first layer, saving me having to draw it in really slowly by layering it with pencils. So very, very happy about that. Brought more on this one because this is a really dark leg. Just going to pick up the excess now, using the bristles of the brush. Could put some of this excess in this really dark spot here, couldn't I? Right. Just got rid of the excess. Hey Adriel, how you doing? How's your writing going? draw back in a few of my guidelines. Right, now I just need to have a close look at that foot. So we have like a nail here. Doing pretty good, waiting to work on my fence because my dog and the dog behind us keep going at it and the fence is rotting. Oh, I know how you feel with that. We have that with our dogs and next door's dogs. The writing is going well. Excellent. I made some revamps to a weaker chapter of mine. I'm feeling a lot better about it. Good. Yeah, I always find that if there's something that's bugging you and you feel you can't move on, just go back and do it. Just go back and do it. And just sort it out, because it's like you say, it's just gonna, you're just gonna be thinking about it all the time and just be very aware of this niggle. I managed to get done well, I started a new story today, some of my own work, not Mills and Boon. And so that was good. I was glad to sort of finally make a start. I tried starting yesterday and the day before, and I did manage to get some writing done, but I realised it was in the wrong point of view. So I'd done it in third person, and it needed to be in first person. So I sort of had to sort of go in and change the voice somewhat. Right, so this foot, this leg, this foot needs to be darker because it is in shadow. So I'm just going to use this blending tool now to really sort of blend together all that graphite powder that's sort of sitting on the surface of the paper and push it into the surface. I'm going to look while I put the fence pieces up. Yeah, no worries. Good luck with the fence. We've actually got to repair our back fence. We don't have to worry about the fence on the left or right of us, but the back fence is ours, and it's just starting. It's been there ever since we've been here, basically, and we've been here for 19 years, and it's really starting to go now. So we need to replace that. Where's the dark pencil? I think just the B. Thought it looked a little bit too straight. We've had a weird old day today, like weather-wise. We woke up and it was absolutely tipping it down, and it stopped, and I thought, right, okay, I would just check the weather app because I really need to walk the dogs and I don't want to get rained on. And it didn't say that there was going to be rain in the next hour, so I very quickly took Rosie for a walk and took her outside and went for our like 30-40 minute walk. Came back in. Second we got in, it started raining again, and I was like, oh phew, okay, timed that perfectly. And then it just stopped, and now we've got brilliant sunshine. And it's just, I don't know, it's just being really sort of British weather. Can't beat it. don't know if you've ever seen the underside of an elephant's foot, but it's really is the plainest, flattest foot that you've ever seen. I just feel like this bit here just needs a little bit more shadow. Yeah, okay. Let me just, what pencil have I got? Switch. Let's just lift some of that. Right, and just here. Right. Okay. Right, so where have I got this darker shade where the elephant is wet? So it's sort of like here. Right, I need, hang on, because I've used that line too far. This is the marvellous bit about graphite, is that I can just change it. Let's just fill that bit in. Right, so I came down here and it's sort of scoots up to about here on where that leg is. And then we have lines that go over there, don't we? So, okay. Comes down the front of this leg here. I think if I tried different, a slightly darker pencil, if I use this 3H, that's better. When I was a teenager and I used to uh, draw with just a graphite pencil, I think I only ever used whatever was given to me at school. So it was probably just a HB pencil, one of those standard yellow and black striped things. And it never occurred to me that you could get different shades of pencil. I don't recall that ever being told me in art class. So I would only ever use one pencil to get all my dark shades, to get all my light shades. And now I'm like, I have to remember that I can switch pencils. Let me just turn this slightly. I'm very pleased with how that graphite powder went on there. That certainly saved me an awful lot of time. This belly is really quite dark at the bottom, but I will get to that bit by bit. I just didn't want to go too dark with my pencil straight away, just because I want to be able to blend it in. So what's everyone been up to this weekend then? I had the strangest weekend. It won't sound strange to you, but it was strange to me because, like I say, since the beginning of this year, I have literally been writing every single day, trying to get everything done on my deadline and getting everything finished, so I couldn't miss a day. So weekends were always taken up with writing or editing or revisions or AAs or art fact sheets. There was always something that was work oriented for me, and this was the first weekend that I've had in a very, very long time in which I could just relax. And I find it so hard to relax. I don't know what you all are like, but I just find that even my husband will say to me, "You just can't relax, can you? You just don't," because I don't fully relax. I've always found it really hard to do that because I'm always thinking. My mind is going a mile a minute. And I don't know if that's part of the ADHD or, well, I'm assuming it is part of the ADHD, but I've never ever been able to relax. When we lived at our old place, I remember it was when the kiddies were really, really small, and you have to remember at one point we had 4 children under the age of 5, and that's a lot. That's a lot. And I remember for on one particular occasion, I don't know whether it was Mother's Day or whether it was my birthday or something, but it was an event day, let's say that. And Nick had bought me a gift package that allowed me to go to this place that was local to us that offered reflexology. And those who don't know what reflexology is, it's where someone manipulates your feet, and if you look at your feet like that, different parts of the foot correspond to different parts of your body. So, like the big toe is the head, I think, and the middle of the foot is where your guts and intestines would be, and so on and so forth. And he paid for me to have 6 reflexology sessions, and it was every Saturday for 6 weeks. And I think each session was like an hour long or something like that. I'd never had it before, but I thought it might be quite nice. So I went, and before you have anything done, you have to go through like this huge health questionnaire. And so I sort of, went through the questionnaire with this woman, and then we sort of went into this room where like whale music was playing and incense was burning, and it was this really sort of softly painted room. It was meant to have very soothing overtones to it so that you would relax and chill. I could not. I could not relax and chill. And I lay there on the bed while this woman's sort of rubbing away at my feet, and I'm chatting away. Chatting, because I feel compelled to fill a silence when I'm with a strange person. So it's the same if I go to a hairdresser. I have to talk, even though I don't want to. I don't want to talk to them, because I'm always worrying about whether they like me or not. But I feel like I have to talk. And so this woman's like massaging my feet, and at one point she looks up and she says, you can go to sleep, which I think was her way of saying shut the hell up. Because I was literally just bouncing from one subject to the next. And I can just remember saying to her, yeah, I can't do that. And she was like, why don't you try? Which is the biggest sign of shut the hell up I think I've ever had in my life. And I can remember sort of thinking, okay, I'll give it a go, but I know it's not going to work. And just sort of laying there and closing my eyes and thinking, right, relax. But because someone was touching me, I couldn't relax. And she was a stranger, and we were in this very small room together, and I couldn't switch off. And I just went, no, that's not going to work. We're going to have to talk. And I think she finally accepted the fact that I was not going to be like her other clients. Which is kind of funny. It's funny now. At the time, I just remember being mortified because I knew she wanted me to shut up. So, yeah. So that's blending quite nicely. I think the graphite powder base that I put on there has really sort of helped with the blending element of this. Is that smearing? No, I don't think so. Right, this is my 3H. Right, so this has a darker section here that sort of goes out here. I can remember it being the same when I was in labour with my first child, with James, and I'd been induced because he wouldn't come out, and I got my epidural, and I can remember the midwife sort of coming in to me and just saying, "What you really want to do now, Nicolette, is because you got your epidural in, is you're already 6 centimeters, but you know you've got 4 more centimeters to go now. So roughly you've got about 4 hours. So why don't you try and take a nap in between contractions and get some rest for the big push at the end?" That didn't happen either. I was like, no, 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 I can't sleep. No, I'm in labour. I need to be awake for this. And there was a midwife in the room. There was a stranger in the room with me and Nick. And so I felt like I had to make conversation with this strange person that was in the room. And so I didn't sleep because I felt like I needed to make her feel better. What is that? What is that? Hey, Jamie. You had dinner. Ooh, what did you have? A roast on a Monday. Bank holiday roast, though, yeah. I mucked up at the weekend. I normally I would do an online order each week and just have our shopping delivered because, you know, who wants to actually go into a store where there's loads of people when you can just order it online at home, right? But I thought there may be some new products in or stuff that I don't know about that you don't always see when you do online orders. So I thought I will go in person and do the supermarket shop. This was last week. And I completely mucked up because I forgot what day it was. I thought it was like the 17th or something, 16th or 17th. So I kept looking at the dates for all the meats that I was buying for the week, and they were all like 24th, 25th of May. And I was like, yep, perfect. I've got all week then to use these. And it wasn't, it was already the whatever it was of May on Friday of last week. What was that? 27th, 26th, 25th, 24th. 20. Yeah. So I screwed up. So we had to have our roast dinner on a Saturday because otherwise the chicken would have gone out of date. So we ended up having cottage pie yesterday, and today we had meatballs that needed using up. So we had meatballs and pasta and all that lovely goodness. It's because Father was out yesterday, so I didn't do one. Oh, okay. Fair enough. How was your birthday, Jamie? You need to tell me how your birthday was. Did you have a good day? What did you get from everybody? Did you go out? Celebrate? Right. Inquiring minds need to know. Just need this to be a little bit darker. It was good. It was nice and chill. I got a bag from my brother and a jumper from my dad. Okie. So you're not delicate then? You didn't go out sort of like drinking and you got a little bit delicate the next day? No? Good for you. Right. No, I needed the B for this bit, no. putting in all these little lines is going to be hell. But we be doing it. Okay. Just move my reference picture back up. We're getting there. Just have to remember which pencil I'm holding. Right, so we just need a bit more of this shading. Skims the arm there. Yeah, my weekend was just really chilled. I was just saying earlier that it was my first weekend of the year where I wasn't working. So it was very, very strange for me. Even Nick was like, "What are you going to do with your what are you going to do with your weekend?" I was like, "I don't know." I just ended up catching up on a few jobs. We went and picked a load of tester pots because we're going to be painting our dining room and our kitchen, and we were just sort of getting a few pots to see which colours. They're really different from what you expect. You look at the picture on the front and it says, oh, this is apple white or oatmeal white or timeless or whatever the colour is called, and you've got this lovely picture of what it says the paint looks like, but then you open the tin and it just looks completely different. I mean, there was one that I really liked the look of on the tin, and it was like a cornflower sort of white, so there was a hint of blue in it on the tin, and it was a really beautiful hint of blue, which I thought would go nicely with the curtains that we've got in the dining room. But when we put it on the wall, it was like, no, that would look horrendous. If it was on all of the room, it would make the room look really, really cold. It was really sort of an icy blue color rather than a soft, like cornflower blue. And it was, I don't know, it just didn't look right. We ended up picking one called Timeless, which looks white but isn't. Um, but it just looks better in the dining room, the way the light that we have in the dining room. So we're going with that. In the kitchen, there are green tiles on the splashback. And so I did think about maybe going for an apple white because that had a hint of green in it. And while I was cooking dinner, I used the tester pots to put it on the wall just to sort of see what it would look like. So I'm still waiting for it to dry so I can have a proper gander at that, because I think it might be nice to sort of pick up on the green that's in the tile. But whatever colour we pick, we've got a big cherry blossom tree that is painted on the wall that the previous owners put on the wall before we moved in. And it's a beautiful painting. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I've never wanted to paint over it, but it means that when you repaint, you've got to go around every single little branch, every bit of cherry blossom, every butterfly, every little bird, every little insect. There's a dragonfly. Whoever painted it was amazing. But it just makes it really awkward for when you come to decorate. Right, which B5H 3H? Let's use that. So yeah, the lounge, we do need to do the lounge, and I'm afraid we're going to go that very boring, very light grey, just because there's like a soft taupe mushroomy colour on the lounge walls at the moment, and it can't take a white because it just looks too clinical. But you can't go too dark either, so going this very soft grey will hit it perfectly, actually. So yeah, a little bit of mixing and matching going on. 3H, no, 5H, that's what I want. Sounds cute. We probably need to repaint in Jack's room, and I think Becca's room needs redoing as well. Jack has blue, so we'll probably stick with blue because he quite likes that. And Becca's is sort of like it's like a cream colour, but her roof needs doing as well. So a lot of painting, a lot of moving furniture and throwing those plastic sheeting over everything so everything can get done. So hopefully get a few rooms done before we go away on holiday. But we'll have to see. We meant to do it last year and we got distracted last year by various events. Right. Becca's look nice with a light cream or white, just not light grey. Oh no, definitely not light grey in Becca's room. No. It's just weird how in different rooms the light is completely and utterly different, and grey just would not look right in her room at all. Absolutely not. I think this needs just one more blend, and then I might put some wrinkles and crinkles in. Wrinkles and crinkles. Did I not go over this with the blending stick? Right, where's the bee? Right, okay, let's have a look. Any gaming moments lately? No. I played yesterday with Faisal and Liz and Dylan and Moose. But I feel like maybe I'm due an ace. I haven't had an ace for ages. But nothing has been forthcoming. Any Minecraft? No, absolutely not. That is so not my game. I haven't played it since that time I played it on stream. Any book or show recommendations? Yes, Wayward by Amelia Hart, which I absolutely adored and hated finishing. Really loved that. I'm so behind the rest of the world, but the first season of Bridgerton, really, really, really enjoyed that. I guessed who Lady Whistledown was from the very beginning, so I got that right. I started watching. Becca told me you will love season two, Mum. For some reason, I think you will love season two. I've watched the first episode of season two and I've almost quit because I just don't. There's no secret as to who Lady Whistledown is because I know obviously, so that's not a mystery anymore, even though the other characters don't know who she is. The In the first season, we had this will they, won't they, anguished romance between the Duke and Daphne Bridgerton. And I got it. I saw the attraction, I felt it was real, I believed it, okay, which is what you need. For season two, we have her brother, Anthony Bridgerton, and clearly they're setting her up with Miss Sharma, and I don't I don't believe it. I don't believe this attraction between the two. And he suddenly wants to get married, whereas in the first season he didn't want to get married at all. It's clearly not his character. It's not what he wants, or seems to be what he wants, and so none of it makes sense. And I just know, I'm just not feeling it. Um, isn't she the pilot? I don't know. I don't know because I've only watched one episode. I don't know if she's a pilot. But yeah, so I don't know about Bridgerton. I've started reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood, I think her name is, and loving that. That's vampire werewolf story. It was really good. No, that's Amelia Earhart. You. No, this is Amelia Hart. Emilia, not Amelia. Author pilot. Okay? Author, pilot. Author, pilot. Author, pilot. That's the difference. So, yeah, so anyway, Wayward by Amelia Hart is really good. Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. I'm about 150 pages into that. I started reading that yesterday, and that is just chef's kiss. That is amazing. I watched. What was it called? What was it called? Away on Netflix. That was a good season of a manned mission to Mars. That's what she wants you to think. Right, okay, okay. Yeah. Which is incredibly long lived if that really is the missing pilot who's trying to come back under a secret name. It's a pseudonym. Yeah. She was so clever. So clever with that pseudonym, wasn't she? I mean, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it? Not me. Not me for sure. Right, I think I will probably stop there before I go further into the elephant's body. Let me just do some more here. in all these little creases and things. There we go. Here's our little elephant. Let's say that much is done on our mummy elephant. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So, yeah, so I was just checking something. So yeah, so that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember that on the 30th, would the 31st be Friday, 27th, 28th, 29th? Yeah, so this Friday will be the official year stream anniversary. And on that stream, anyone who follows on that day, subscribes on that day, or puts a comment into chat will be entered into a draw to win a piece of art from down there. So you can pick any one of those, or you can pick the elephant that I'm doing now, but you'll have to obviously wait for it to be finished. So all those names will be entered into a draw, and I will pick a winner, but only enter if you are happy for me to know your home address, because obviously I'll have to send it via snail mail, because it's a physical piece of art and not just like a digital print. So yeah, so hopefully I will see you all on Friday. But in the meantime, I will be here every day between 5:30 and 6 p.m. UK time. So yeah, I will be here tomorrow. So I hope to see you all tomorrow. And remember Friday, and have a good evening. And I will see you